Welcome back to Rise and Thrive. I'm Emma Sullivan, and today we're talking about something that affects your mental health every single day: how you write.
I'm David Park, and I write emails all day. Are you telling me my emails are affecting my wellness?
Yes, bad writing is draining your life force. We're diving into what makes writing effective. And spoiler alert, it has nothing to do with grammar.
Nothing to do with grammar. The grammar police are going to be upset.
Good, because 99% of people hate the grammar police, including me. I'm allergic to people who obsess over whether you write 5.5 with a point or a comma. Nobody cares.
Wait, you're telling me all those years I stressed about comma placement were wasted?
Completely wasted. Here's what actually matters. Effective writing has 3 characteristics: clear, credible, and persuasive. That's it. That's the whole game.
Clear, credible, persuasive. Sounds simple enough.
Simple but powerful. Let's start with clear. Write in a way that people always understand what you're saying. Clear writing only has one interpretation, one meaning, no confusion.
One interpretation, so I should stop being vague and mysterious in my emails.
Unless you're trying to confuse people, yes. Think about how much time you've wasted in email chains because someone didn't understand what you meant. You send one email, they reply with questions, you clarify, they ask more questions.
That's literally half my inbox. The endless clarification spiral.
Exactly, and that's a wellness issue. Every unclear email you send creates more work, more stress, more mental load. You're literally creating your own anxiety through bad writing.
I'm giving myself anxiety through my own emails. That's depressing.
It is. But here's the good news. The goal is to get it right on the first contact. When you send an email, you shouldn't have to clarify anything. It should just be clear, one and done.
One and done. I like that. How do I actually make my writing clear, though?
Write what you mean. I know that sounds obvious, but most people write what they think sounds professional or smart, not what they actually mean. Then they end up saying, I didn't mean it that way.
Oh, I've definitely said that many times, usually in arguments.
Yes, arguments are the second way bad writing destroys your well-being. You write the wrong thing to your partner, your friend, your boss, and suddenly you're in a full-blown conflict, all because you weren't clear.
I once started a 3-day argument with a text message that was 7 words long.
7 words. That's impressive in the worst way. But this is exactly what happens when we don't write clearly. We assume people will interpret our words the way we intended. They won't.
So I need to assume people will misunderstand me.
Not quite. Assume that if there's any way to misinterpret your words, someone will. So remove the ambiguity. Say exactly what you mean in the simplest way possible. No fancy language. No trying to sound smart.
No trying to sound smart. There goes my entire email signature.
Good. Nobody's impressed by your fancy words. Now let's talk about credible. You can't make the reader believe you. They only believe you if you write credibly. Know what you're talking about.
What if I don't know what I'm talking about? Asking for a friend.
And don't write about it or admit you don't know. Because here's the thing. If you ramble or you're dishonest, the reader will sense it immediately. People have incredible BS detectors.
So all those times I padded my emails with corporate jargon to sound knowledgeable.
Everyone saw right through it. Synergy, leverage, circle back, touch base. That's not credible writing. That's verbal camouflage because you don't know what to say.
I feel attacked, but also validated.
You should feel attacked. Credible writing means being honest. If you know something, share it clearly. If you don't know, say so. Don't waste everyone's time with filler words and corporate speak.
But won't people think I'm incompetent if I admit I don't know something?
No, they'll think you're honest, which makes you more credible, not less. Think about it. Would you rather work with someone who admits they don't know, but will find out, or someone who pretends to know and wastes your time?
When you put it that way, definitely the honest person.
Exactly. Now, the third characteristic, persuasive. An effective writer inspires people with words. When you write persuasively, it sparks a reaction. But here's the key. You can't make people do anything.
So persuasive doesn't mean manipulative?
No. Persuasive means people are moved by your writing themselves. You're not forcing them. You're giving them something so clear and credible that they naturally want to respond, to act, to engage.
That sounds harder than just being pushy.
It is harder, but it's also better for your mental health. Think about how draining it is to constantly push and pressure people versus writing something so good they want to say yes. Which one sounds less exhausting?
The second one. Definitely the second one.
Right? Now, here's the wellness connection. Bad writing creates 3 major problems: waste of time, arguments, and lost opportunities. And all 3 of these drain your energy and destroy your peace of mind.
Lost opportunities. That one hits different.
It does. Think about all the times you've pitched someone, reached out for a job, tried to collaborate, wanted to hire someone, and you got nothing back. Silence. Why? Because your writing didn't hit its mark.
So every unanswered email is a reflection of my bad writing.
Not always, but often. Here's a framework that'll change everything. Think of yourself as an archer. Your goal is to hit the yellow mark in the middle of the target with your arrow. That's effective writing.
I'm an archer now. This metaphor is getting elaborate.
Stay with me. Your words are arrows. Your goal is the target. Every piece of writing has a specific target. Maybe you want to inform someone. Maybe you want to persuade them. Maybe you want to close a deal.
So I should know what I'm aiming at before I write.
Yes, that's the first step. Before you write anything, ask yourself, what's my target? What do I want this person to understand, feel, or do after reading this? If you don't know your target, you'll miss every time.
I've been shooting arrows randomly and wondering why I never hit anything.
Exactly, and that's exhausting. You're wasting mental energy on writing that doesn't achieve anything. No wonder you're stressed. You're working hard on communication that doesn't communicate.
That's actually painful to hear, but also explains so much.
Here's the liberating part, though. Once you understand writing is just a tool, you stop worrying about the wrong things. You don't need to win prizes for pretty writing. Nobody's judging you on grammar in everyday life.
So I've been stressed about things that don't matter.
Yes, there's only one thing that matters. Did your writing achieve its goal? That's it. Did you inform them? Did you persuade them? Did you move them to action? If yes, your writing was effective. Grammar doesn't matter.
This is weirdly freeing. I don't have to be perfect, I just have to be effective.
Exactly. Effective writers make grammar mistakes all the time and get away with it. We all make mistakes in daily life. When we talk, few of us are perfect in speech. Nobody cares.
So the goal is communication, not perfection.
Yes, writing is a way of communicating. In today's world, we communicate more than ever in written format. Text, email, Slack, social media. Your writing affects your life constantly, so make it effective.
Okay, I'm convinced. How do I actually implement this?
Great question. Let's get practical. First, before you write anything, identify your target. What's the goal? Write it down. I want them to understand X. I want them to do Y. I want them to feel Z.
Know the target before shooting the arrow. Got it.
Second, write your first draft quickly without editing. Just get your thoughts out. Don't worry about grammar. Don't worry about sounding smart. Just communicate the core message as simply as possible.
That goes against everything I was taught about writing.
I know, but here's why it works. When you edit while you write, you're using two different parts of your brain at once, creation and criticism. That's exhausting and it slows you down. Separate them.
Create first, edit later. That actually makes sense.
Third, after your first draft, ask the clarity test. If someone read this with zero context, would they understand exactly what I mean? If the answer is no, simplify it.
Zero context. That's a high bar.
It's the right bar. You can't assume people remember your previous emails or know your situation. Write like you're explaining to someone completely new. That's clear writing.
So more context is always better?
Not more context, but enough context. Give people what they need to understand you. No more, no less. Fourth, check for credibility. Did I make any claims I can't back up? Did I use jargon to hide uncertainty?
Am I BSing is basically the question.
Exactly. And if you are, cut it out. Say what you know, admit what you don't. People respect honesty way more than fake expertise. Fifth, the persuasion check. Did I give them a reason to care?
A reason to care. That's the missing ingredient in most of my emails.
Right. We write about what we need, not what they care about. Flip it. Why should they respond? What's in it for them? Make that clear and watch your response rate skyrocket.
This is genuinely helpful. I'm rethinking my entire communication strategy.
Good. Sixth, do the energy audit. Read your writing and notice how it makes you feel. Does it feel draining, confusing, pushy? If yes, rewrite it until it feels clean and energizing.
My own writing should energize me, not drain me.
Yes! If you feel exhausted reading your own email, imagine how the recipient feels. Effective writing should feel light, clear, purposeful. If it doesn't, you're not done editing.
So writing is part of my energy management strategy.
Exactly. Bad writing drains you. Good writing energizes you. That's why this is a wellness topic. Seventh, practice the one and done rule. Aim to never need a follow-up email to clarify. Get it right the first time.
That would save me so much time and stress.
It would save everyone time and stress. Think about it. Every unclear email creates work for both people. You have to clarify, they have to read again. It drags on. One clear email ends it.
One and done. I'm making that my new mantra.
Do it. Here's your homework. This week, before you send any email, text, or message, pause. Ask yourself these 3 questions. Is this clear? Is this credible? Is this persuasive? If the answer to any is no, rewrite it.
3 questions before hitting send. That's doable.
It's totally doable. And watch what happens. You'll have fewer arguments, fewer follow-up emails, more responses to your pitches, less stress, more energy, all from writing effectively.
Better writing equals better mental health. That's the thesis.
That is the thesis. Remember, you're an archer. Your words are arrows. Know your target, aim carefully, and hit the yellow mark every single time. That's effective writing. That's wellness.
This podcast is powered by voxcrea.ai, where ideas find their voice, even ideas about writing better emails.
Until next time, stop stressing about grammar and start hitting your mark. Clear, credible, persuasive. That's all you need.